A very warm welcome, everyone. I, Dr. Ritika Dhiman, on behalf of Voice of Healthcare, thank you all for joining us today as we pay tribute to the exceptional healthcare professionals who tirelessly look after our well being day and night. Voice of Healthcare, along with our supporting partner, Apollo Hospitals, has taken an initiative to recognize National Doctors Day through our video series Know Your Doctor, which aims to showcase the diverse interests and passions of our esteemed doctors. On this National Doctors Day, let us express our gratitude to these extraordinary individuals. So, for this, I would like to welcome Dr. Rajesh Vishwakarma, Senior Consultant ENT and Cochlear Implant Surgery, Apollo Hospitals. Welcome, Dr. Rajesh.
Thank you. Yeah.
I wish you a very happy Doctors Day.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thank you, sir. So, to begin our conversation, do you have any interesting stories or experiences from your medical career that have deeply influenced your perspective on patient care or the practice of medicine?
Yes, I would like to tell you about an incident where, see, because as you said, that I do cochlear implant surgeries, and cochlear implants are basically artificial devices which give hearing to a person who is completely deaf, right? But the point is that the cochlear implants are very costly, and there was a time when there were no government programs. So when there were no government programs, either the patient has to buy it himself or get it funded through different charities and all. So one day a gentleman comes to me and says that his child has difficulty in hearing and cannot speak and all those. Finally, we do all the investigation and we decide, okay, this child needs a cochlear implant. But now, at that time also, the minimum cost of cochlear implant device was 5,35,000. It is so difficult for an average middle income group person to arrange that money. Moreover, the person or the family who has a child and who has this deafness, that person means the parent of that child would always be young, right? So he, in his best of his careers, he would have just started the career and he would not have that money to get their things done. So that was a time when we used to approach many NGOs and get the fundings done. So I told him at that time that you do one thing, I give you a certificate that this child needs this implant and this is the cost. So you approach different people and get funding. He went from door to door and many people, and but means he was not getting that success. Nobody was able to give 5 lakh at one go, or nobody was even ready to give 50,000 or 1 lakh. So then we sat together and I was empathizing with him that what to do now. We want it to be done. That was a time when crowdfunding was not known. Okay. So finally we said, okay, we start approaching small people, right? So he was working in a company, and see, I said that you tell your boss that on that salary day you announce that this child would need this much fund. So whatever anybody can contribute. So like that, the person he announced, and then what happened that on the day of salary he announced, and almost every worker in the company contributed something. Somebody gave 100 rupees, somebody gave 1,000 rupees, somebody gave 5,000 rupees, and surprisingly in one day he collected all the money. So that's a story that he collected that money by contribution from people, right? And then he comes to me and he starts crying. I felt so bad I could not even talk with him. That what happened? He said, "Sir, मेरे बेटे ने मुझे भिखारी बना दिया." And that was what hit me like anything. That no, we need to do something where the government also pulls in money. So initially you were saying that जहाँ सरकार नहीं वहाँ पे सहकार. So by cooperation you get things done. And then we started approaching the government, and slowly one by one with the days to come, the state government started funding, then the central government started funding, and now it is a program where the governments fund it. So that is how things develop. And as a doctor, you feel so helpless, you feel so like want to help but you can't do anything, you don't have money, because as a doctor you also don't have that much money to pull in, right? So getting things done is a thing which I learned, that okay, this is the time when one person cannot take care of himself, then the society has to pull in, the family, the society. When I always call the society as a immediate family and then extended family, that everybody has to contribute for everyone's health, right? The teachers, the parents, the family members, the society members. And when everyone's contribution goes in, then the motto of health is wealth comes in. If you are healthy, the family is healthy, the society is healthy, the nation is healthy. And a healthy nation will take you somewhere. It will grow like you have never seen, right?
Right. It was a very touching story, Dr. Rajesh, and you have gone out of your way for the patient that you just told about. And you have mentioned that each and every stakeholder needs to contribute to the health of this nation,
Yes.
whether it's government, whether it's doctor, whether it's patient, whether it's family or society. So that's a very good point that you have, mentioned currently. And you talked about cochlear implant surgeries. You are a cochlear implant surgeon. So, what do you think is the next big advancement in the field of ENT or implant surgeries?
See, we have cochlear implants, which are artificial devices and which gives hearing to a person who cannot hear. So that is the only device where a sense organ is restored, right? A sense organ starts functioning. There is no other device as of now available which restores the function of a sense, right? So the advances, if you take up, are coming in day in and out. Now the time has come where medicine and engineering is merging. It is going to be completely merged. So you never know that he is an engineer, but he would be practicing medicine, and a practicing doctor would be an engineer, right? So there will be a merger of medicine and engineering at the highest level of the pyramid, and that will help the society. So for healthcare, the artificial intelligence has now entered, and it's coming in a big way. The chips which are implantable not only for hearing but your brain, your sense of smell, and all this will come in the eyes. Okay, so senses can be restored, functions can be restored. So those are the things which are coming in big way. And when we say computers, it's not just that artificial intelligence or a simple chip, right? It's all going to be integrated. So the function of the brain is more like a computer, and sooner or later we are going to understand that how it works. So the technology in engineering, the technology in genetics, the technology in biomedical, that's coming in a big way for the betterment of the society, and it will help the people have a full health.
Right, you have very precisely mentioned the amalgamation of technology with healthcare and how it will take healthcare a long way. And certain robotic surgeries are also coming. So that's a brain of
Yeah.
an engineer plus a doctor. So, yes, the amalgamation of engineers and doctors will take healthcare to the next level.
The time
Yes,
is
so
will be such, yeah, that you will always want to have a team where a doctor, an engineer, a scientist, right, a research person, they all work together, and that it will be having a clinical application. It is not that they work separately and do their own research independently. They will all have to merge together, form a team, and work together for the betterment of good health.
yes, yes, very rightly said. The next step in the healthcare will be the all the stakeholders, not just doctor
Yes.
researchers, but also the technologist or the engineers will also be there to
Right.
support and create a betterment in healthcare, basically. With this, my last question to you this Doctor's Day is that message that you would like to give to your fellow doctors, apart from the professional front, on the personal front, what messages you would like to, give to your fellow doctors, colleagues, junior residents, senior resident, budding doctors?
Yeah. So to the my fellow doctors and budding doctors, I would like to say only one thing, that as a doctor, we have to be a teacher first. Doctor itself means a teacher who teaches the different ways to keep oneself healthy, right? So you have to teach them. You don't have to treat only. You have to teach them that how to take care of yourself, right? And then you can have good health. So one thing is teaching them good healthy habits so that the lifestyle diseases do not crop in later on in life. And second is that when somebody has a disease, so a person who with a disease when comes to you, he is not at ease, right? So you have to be empathetic towards that person, and you have to feel what he is feeling so that you give more confidence in that person. You have to talk very politely. You have to try to help as much as possible, and whatever medical science can help, you have to help in that way so that that person gets the benefit of health. He has trust in you and you have faith in him.
Yes, very rightly mentioned that empathetic nature of doctors should be there. But apart from that, I think people also need to be empathetic to doctors as well,
Yes.
not just the other way around. It should be,
Yeah.
vice versa
Yeah.
on both ends,
So
because
medicine cannot be like a consumer thing, right? So it has to be in a way where it was earlier. The doctor is part of the patient's family, right? And
right.
he helps that family gain good health. That is a concept which needs to be there. So he is like a guide to the family in health system.
Yes, and doctor needs to take care of themselves also to
Yes.
treat their patient
Yeah. If
because
you are healthy, then only can give health.
exactly, and uh, doctors, keep prioritizing their patients' health, but they also need to prioritize their health also,
Yes.
and
Yes. Very important.
people. Yes, and people also needs to be empathetic towards the doctor as well, because we are seeing a
Yeah.
lot of physician burnout, especially in a country like India, where the population is large and doctors are less. So we also have to, take that in mind, that
Yes.
we need to be very good to the doctors, not just
Yeah.
doctors taking care of patients. We all need to take care of you as well,
Yes.
as a
So that is
family.
where education comes in,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So with this, I would like to end this conversation here, and I would like to thank you and all the doctors who selflessly serve our nation's health. And together, we would like to salute your dedication, compassion, and unwavering commitment to our health. So, thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you
Rajesh.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.